everyone. Happy day today. It is Thursday, May the 26th. Currently 10:32 a.m. Eastern Time, and the temperature here is 66 degrees. It is going to be a rainy, yucky, stormy day here in East Tennessee. It is supposed to, I think there's like a storm system moving in, which is yuck. But anyways, we'll get over it.
Yes.
We will get over it. I hope you all are doing well. Let me know what you have going on. If you are brand new here, first of all, welcome. My name is Rachel Langston. I'm an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb, and the voice that you hear from beyond is Becca. She is also an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb.
Yeah.
And we are super excited to be here today to do a super fun Father's Day craft. There is no cut file in today's video.
What?
This is basic shapes and design space and fonts. We have said it a lot, we'll say it again. Fonts you guys can find online. Any font you want, you can find for free. We do have some videos about fonts, and I have some different websites that I do recommend you guys to look for some fonts with that actually have free commercial licensing and things like that. However, fonts that you have right now can work for this. I did not download or get a single font for this. I already had them. So run-of-the-mill fonts, if you've got them, you can use them. Now, do these look identical to the inspiration pick? No. Does it have to? No. You guys can make these look however you want them to look. Now, again, I am designing these in Design Space.
Mm-hmm.
Becca designs all of our cut files in Illustrator.
Which is so much easier.
And I'm designing these in Design Space with nothing but basic shapes and the fonts that I have. So there are some limitations, but I thought instead of making this 2 hours long and kind of dragging you guys through the mud and making you download 10 fonts that you don't already have and all this stuff, I wanted to make it pretty feasible for you all. So we're using what we've got here today. I hope you all are ready.
Yes. Before we go any further, I want to welcome Bobby. It's the Bobby's first live chat with us. So welcome. And then our friend Beverly has found us.
Hi,
we want to
Beverly.
welcome you here to the channel. We're so excited to see your name in our chat.
Yes, thank you for being here. We love new people. We love them. If you have any questions, any comments, let me know. We would love to answer your questions. We are running a little bit of a sale if you would like to join Oak and Lamb for $10 off your first month with us. That makes your first month $10, which is cheap. Very, very cheap. You can go download as many cut files as you want. You can check out the member-only Facebook group, which is the best community filled with so many like-minded crafters. We have a lot of benefits in our membership, and we're only adding more. So definitely check out Oak and Lamb if you have not already. Let's see here. So excited. I start the last weekend of the show. Bittersweet, but this show has been exhausting. I get my time back. So excited. Debbie, yes. Congratulations on finishing out your next show. Let's see here. Oh, Stacy, we're praying for you. I hope that you do continue to feel better. Bobby, you're so sweet. They love watching us. You're so sweet. Well, supplies today are pretty limited. We have our Cricut. We have a mat. I'm going with a light grip mat today because we're using, brace yourself, regular old 20-pound. We use
like copy paper. Yeah.
And 20-pound cardstock most of the time. We're using 20-pound regular copy paper for this one today. So we have that already put in our printer. We have an inkjet printer. This is a Canon Pixma TS8 220. We have measuring tape and some dry adhesive. Use whatever dry adhesive you have. We love our ATG gun. I did link this below if it is in stock for you guys. All this is linked down below except for the candy bars. You're going to have to go get those yourself.
I'm pretty sure they can find those.
I think so. I mean, I can drop you some links to some candy bars, but you'll be paying an arm and a leg for them. But whatever you want to do. I also want to urge you guys to go look on Google because there are 20 different candies that you can do like this. There are so many candies. I even bought a Snickers and never even ended up designing the Snickers. Darn. That means we just get
have to eat it. Yeah.
Oh, so sad. But
Rach, what is your favorite candy bar?
Three Musketeers.
Is it?
I love it. I'm so boring. But I love it also anything with caramel and really peanuts.
That's why I love Milky Way, because it's basically Three Musketeers, but it has.
So I love Milky
caramel,
Ways.
yeah.
I love Baby Ruths. I love Snickers. Yeah. James, my husband, is a Reese cup fiend.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. He also loves Kit Kat, which Kit Kat is at the bottom of my candy.
I like
list.
white chocolate Kit Kats.
I don't like white chocolate at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll eat. Don't get me wrong. I'll eat it.
It's not your preference.
I don't love white chocolate. What's your favorite kind of chocolate? Dark, milk, or white?
Let us know.
Let me know. Absolutely. Okay.
Oh, Russ and Stacy being sweet to each other in the news feed.
Guys, go get a room. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Three Musketeers. I love Three Musketeers. Almond Joy. Jen,
I do love Almond Joys.
Here's the thing. Almond Joy is like that restaurant that you never go to, but whenever you do, it's good. But like if you think about where to go to dinner, you never think about the restaurant. I never think about an Almond Joy like, oh, I'm craving an Almond Joy. But if it's there, I'm like, I like Almond Joy.
Yeah, I'll take
I'll
that.
eat it and I like it.
Yeah.
But I never think or like crave Almond Joy. I don't know why.
Russ says milk chocolate or white chocolate. White chocolate is my favorite. I like the white chocolate Reese's, the white chocolate Kit Kats.
No, I'm a milk.
I do love white chocolate.
My dad loves dark chocolate. And then my Mama B, she's literally one of my favorite people in the world. She's so funny. She thinks that all dark chocolate is like the healthy dark chocolate. So if she buys like a Snickers with dark chocolate, she thinks that whole chocolate bar equals it's healthy. And I'm like, Mama, it's like the 80% cocoa bark that tastes horrible. That's what's healthy. Like breaking off like an eighth of a bar of it.
Basically eating a spoon of cocoa powder.
Basically, it's horrible. But she's like, no, this is healthy. If this was like covered in dark chocolate.
Love it.
And I love it. She's precious. But yes. Oh, yes. Stacy says 70% dark chocolate, please. No, it's so bitter to me. It's so bitter.
Oh, I'll eat it.
Toblerone. I have never had a Toblerone. I don't know if that's even how you say it. I used to stock them at Food City all the time. It's those little things like you'd break them off. I don't know. We're starting the food talk early today, but that's all the supplies that we're going to need today. We have done a Hershey bar. We have done a Crunch bar and a Reese cup. Now, I have these were all tests, which is why the colors are kind of off and things. I've tweaked sizing and colors and things to make them a little bit more true to the actual candy itself. However, these look pretty darn cute in my mind. Beck, if you want to go to the overhead, we'll show these quickly and then we'll head out into design space. I know I'm going to do I know I'm going to show you relatively how to design all of these, but it did take, to be honest, quite some time. So I'm not going to dig super deep into all these. I'll probably design one start to finish and show you how I created elements of everything. Because again, we started with nothing but basic shapes in design space. I made every single thing, even this horrible Reese cup outline.
Which I have to be impressed with. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm
It
impressed.
took a long time. It still doesn't look that good.
From here, it looks really good.
That's good.
I'm impressed.
But yeah, so we're going to make these again. I adjusted the color on this one, and this one was a little too wide, so I made this wrap a little bit shorter. These wraps were too long, so I shortened them, and this one wasn't long enough, so I lengthened it. Through this, there's a lot of tests. However, if you buy these exact same ones, you can use the sizes that I give you today, and they will be extremely accurate for you, because it took a long time, to be honest. But again, I think it was super rewarding. Making these are super cute. I really enjoyed making them. One of my favorite things to do, which you guys are probably like, Rachel, you're crazy. I absolutely love to look at a font and try and match it my absolute best. It's really fun to me. It's a fun challenge. So we used mainly the same fonts in all of these. Getting the DAD to look even 5% like the actual photo I had, the inspiration photo, was so hard. Added an offset. There's just some little fun things that I did. So I'm really excited to be able to pop this in Design Space and share with you how to do it. So if we want to switch over to Design Space, we're going to be here a while. I'm going to be not looking at comments for a long time. So Becca is going to have to stop me. We're going to have to maybe have some chit chat breaks because this is good. We're, buckle in.
Yeah,
buckle in.
It's okay.
which is fine. So this looks like a bit of a mess. There is a method to my madness here. Down here, these are all of the finished ones. These are done. These are flattened and ready to be printed and cut. This is my inspiration photo, so let me bring this in a bit here. So you can see this is what I'm going for. Now, I did not have the time, patience, or mental stability to create the backs of these with like the fun, quirky nutrition facts about Dad and all that. However, if you have the time and the know-how, please do. I feel like Cricut Design Space as a whole would get super bogged down because let's just be honest, Cricut Design Space isn't necessarily meant to create cut files because you can't download, like when you're done, it's not like you can download the cut file.
Yeah, you can't export it.
Export it, thank you. That's the word I was searching for. You can't export it. You just kind of can design it in here as a project and keep it here forever. That's it. So it does get bogged down. There's a lot over here in this layers panel. So honestly, it's 1,000 wonders. It's not bogged down yet. Knock on wood, it's not going to do that for us today. So here's our inspiration photos. I think they look decent. Here, look at the dad, the DAD on this font here. Took me forever and I still couldn't get it very close. But again, if you don't look at the inspiration, you just look at the finished one, I think it looks pretty cute. So we're gonna go through this. One super important thing is to size your candy bars with a measuring tape. You're not sizing it from like end to end, you're sizing it from where the actual quote wrapper is. So like the little tails on the end here, you leave those sticking out and then you measure end to end in between those. So ours ended up being 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. So that is what we did for both of these. Now again, I did size this one down a little bit to 5.6 actually. So let me go ahead and unlock this. 5.6. I'll make that a little bit smaller there just so I'm keeping that because for some reason the Crunch Bar is a little bit wider. And then for the Reese cup, the width is 4.5 that we went with. So that one wasn't too hard to measure at all. So do with that what you will. Make sure that you measure. Also, I would go ahead and test some of these sizes. I would not print them like this. I would not print tests. That's probably a good hack that I'm going to give you because this blue and this dark color and this orange will take so much of your ink for a test. It's not worth it. So test out like a white piece of paper for this, okay? Have it print something super small, not very detailed at all, to test the size and see if it will fit on your wrapper. Or if it's super exact sizes like this, I say exact just meaning like they're not crazy sizes with like 4 digits on it. You can cut these out with your paper trimmer or something like that and then test the wrap there. Just don't print these out too many times because you're going to waste all of your ink and we don't want to do that. Okay, so we start with a basic shape here. So I'm going to grab this and just click duplicate. You guys know how to get a basic shape. If you are that new to Design Space, this might not be the live for you because this is very Design Space intensive. That being said, if you are a Design Space beginner, a Cricut beginner, you can watch this as many times as you want, pause it, replay it, things like that. So we just grabbed a basic shape. We unlocked that size ratio and made it 2 1/4 by 5.6. That's going to fit that's like the exact face of our Hershey bar. Now we are going to lengthen this in the future after we're done designing, but for right now we need to know the actual face size that we can work with. Now, again, I could show you how I search for all the fonts, but I'm just going to share with you the fonts here. Now, some of these are free. Some of these we found online. Some of these I already had downloaded on my computer. I cannot tell you where I got these fonts, so I am sorry. However, you can find a font super comparable to these. Go ahead and check the ones you have first, I would urge you, before you start downloading other ones. Becca, do not forget to pause and cut me off if there's anything.
Yep, you're good.
Okay. So Check It Out is the font we use for this, just kind of a thicker, bolder font. I wish it was a hair thinner to look a little bit more like the Hershey's font. But again, I think that it looks cute, so we're going with it. So that's what we use there. And then for the, let me see, the days, we use this weird one called Apple SD Gothic. I don't know. I think it was listen.
Who names these things?
I don't know who names them. Thank goodness I wasn't looking at the names. I was just looking at how they look to try and match them up together. So we got a text box here. I grabbed a font and typed out Fathers. Watch me. I wanted to type out Hershey's. We're not doing that today. Okay, I'm going to change this color to like a lighter gray there. And here, do you guys see what I see? So when I click off of this, for some reason, the F-A-T are way farther apart than the H-E-R-S. Why? Beats the heck out of me. I do not know.
Well, I actually do know why.
Why?
Because it spaces it out by the bottom of the A and the top of the T, and it just happens at the top of the T and the top of the A. Yeah, so I always scooch that over.
That looks crazy to me.
It does.
Let's see if the actual letter spacing tool will do what we need it to do. And now I'm going to click ungroup. I'm going to take this and I'm going to use my arrow keys on my keyboard and scooch that in a bit to get that to look how I want it to look. Much better. And again, most of this cut file, or excuse me, not cut file, we're not using one. Most of this manipulation here is just going to take time. I'm going to go through this not fast because I'm teaching you guys, but I might not be as nitpicky as I normally would, I guess is what I want to say.
As far as placement.
And things like that, because that's what you guys are there for. Be super picky. Make sure this is perfect to your eyes. The way I'm teaching it is exactly how you need to learn it, but I might not sit here for 20 minutes and make sure these letters look perfect to my eyes, all I'm going to say.
Right.
Now, one problem with this Check It Out font is that the apostrophe, it didn't have an apostrophe that looked at all like the Hershey's apostrophe. And that's one thing I did want to nail. When it comes to brands, little things like that can really make or break it looking like the actual brand name thing. So I used this horrible named font, Arial, Hebrew, I don't even know, something nuts. And I used that apostrophe on this. So that's also something you guys can think about, is using other fonts. Like when I did this, I tried to use an apostrophe in that font. Again, it didn't look like it. I wasn't like, oh, well, let me choose a whole nother font. I thought, let me find another apostrophe in another font. So think about that too. So I'm going to make that a little bit smaller and scooch that on in, just like that. Again, please be pickier than I am. Now, another thing that I noticed is that the Hershey's is it's pretty stretched. So I'm going to take this and attach it together and ungroup it and pull it down a little bit to kind of stretch those letters out and make those letters look a little bit longer. I'm not going to make them super, super stretchy because I don't want to make them look distorted. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, a little bit squattier here. You get the idea. So this is kind of the basic beginning of this design here. I'm going to align both of those to the center so you can see how we're getting there. Next, we used, was it that crazy? Yeah, this Apple SD crazy font. So we're going to grab another text box here, and I'm going to try and find that one. Here we go. And now I'm going to write out happy in all caps. And then I'm going to click enter day exclamation point. Now I'm going to change both of these to be that lighter gray color. Size these down, make them a bit smaller. See if I like the way that looks up there. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to click advance. Becca is the one who taught me this. Instead of clicking ungroup and having them all different letters, you can actually click advance and click ungroup to lines. That way I just have to scooch this down and that's it. It's super, super easy. So I'm going to take this, happy. I'm going to hold down the shift key on my keyboard, click fathers and click day. Well, actually I can click all of it. I don't know why I did that. So just select all of it. I'm going to go to align and align center horizontally, and it's just going to lock all of that into place right where I want it. And that's basically it for the Hershey's. Now, this is the face of it again. Now that we have the face of it sized properly, we need to go ahead and make the wrap itself. So how I did that was, well, really it was trial and error. I'm not going to say that I did some kind of math or something, because you totally can do math, but I don't choose to do math if I can absolutely help it. So through trial and error, the perfect size for this is 6 1/4 inches long for the entire wrap. So all I did for that was I'm going to move this, attach this together, pop this back where it needs to be, and then I'm going to go over here, click this unlock button. And again, this was 6 1/4. So 6.25, enter. Now I have the whole wrap. I'm going to take both of these. So I'm going to click and select them both. And I went ahead and attached the actual text that I created together so that when I do this next part, it's not going to go all over the place. I'm going to click center. So it's going to center it in this entire wrap. And now I'm going to click flatten. Done. Done with one. Hershey's is done. Happy Father's Day in Hershey's. Perfect. So I've got that one right there. Next, we'll work on the this one, our crunch bar. This one, of course, took a while. Basic shapes is all I used. 2 different fonts is all I used. I went ahead and got a square from the basic shapes. And this one, why is it weird sized? Guys, riddle me this. This is 5.75, 2.25. When I click this one that I literally just duplicated, why is it a different size? Who knows? Who knows? 5.75 and 2.25, enter. I'll just go ahead and fix that right there. Okay, now here's what I did for this one. I started with the biggest pieces. So I went ahead, all I did was grab a square, make it the exact size I need to for my candy bar, and then I'm just going to duplicate this same square and make this square white. And now I'm just going to do some sizing. Went back too far. I'm going to go white. Now I'm going to take this. Ooh, my thing's going all over the place. Sorry, guys. Okay. I'm going to size this in a little bit. And now I'm going to click this size lock ratio and kind of make it a little bit squattier and longer. And now I'm just going to kind of test this and see how I like it. You want it to fit on it well. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller here. Let's see how that looks. That looks pretty good. Let me make it more this way. This is looking good. Okay. So let's just say we like that. Again, guys, get nitpicky with it. I don't want to take forever on this. There's that. Okay. So we're done there. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Get nitpicky. Okay, done. Now I'm going to take this square again, the main square, click duplicate. Now I'm going to make this one red and size this one down. It's going to be pretty much, I pretty much don't have to do manipulation as far as the dimensions of it go. I'm just going to make it smaller, but I don't have to make it like squattier or anything like that. I can leave that size lock ratio on pretty well. So I'm just going to pop that there. Now you get the gist here. We're just kind of layering this down. Now, as for fonts, let me click on this one so I can see. This was Arial Rounded, so I'm going to click text box here. I'm just going to type in rounded. Why is it not on here? Let me see. Arial Rounded MT bold. Okay, I'm just going to click duplicate because I can't find the text exactly, but I'm going to take this, and so Arial Rounded MT bold is the font that I use for this one. Typed it out, put my apostrophe on there. I remember with this font specifically that I had to scooch the letters in. I definitely had to do that. We go here. Let me try and find it here. Okay. Right there it is. Okay. Now I can show you. All caps. Apostrophe S, fathers, just like that. Now you can see the difference between that one and this one is the letters are pretty far apart. So I'm going to take my letter spacing tool right here and click that down arrow, and it's going to bring our letters closer together. Love that tool. Really, it helps a lot. Okay. Now I'm going to size it down. we wanted a good fat font for this one. I'm going to bring it in. Turn it. I can make it a little bit bigger. Get picky. Get picky. Okay, going to make it red. And I'm going to move on. Now, our other font that we used was, let me click this to see, Funtastic was the font we used for this one. And we're just going to put happy and then day, just like we did the other one. So we're going to click text. I'm going to type out fun. Here we go. Happy, all caps, enter, day, exclamation point, just like we did before. I'm going to size these down. And these will be different sizes, so it's not super imperative that we size these together like we did with that happy day with our Hershey bar. I'm going to click advanced, ungroup to lines. Both of these need to be white, so I'm going to go ahead and change those to white. And I'm going to size this down here to fit well in here. And there was a bit of space on this one. You can see this one over here. There's a bit of space. And again, Becca, if she designed these, she could definitely get like the little, it almost looks like sun rays. The little sun rays on the back and this little swoosh here. I mean, you could get super, super detailed with these if you had the time, the patience, and the capability in your designing software, which again is why Design Space isn't technically used to create cut files, because you can't export them, but it's still fun to do stuff like this in my opinion. Okay, that's basically it for the Crunch Bar. Be picky. I know that this one's not perfect. This one definitely looks better. Same exact thing with the Hershey Bar. This one, we made it 6 1/4, same thing. So we're gonna take this basic shape here. Again, we're gonna group this together, grouping it together, bringing this up here. Now we're gonna click that, and we're gonna make our height 6.25, and that's gonna fit perfectly as our wrap. Now all we have to do is align both of these together and flatten. And that's it. There's our Crunch Bar. Crunch Bar done. Becca, any questions? How they doing? They doing good?
Yeah, I think so. They're
Perfect.
appreciative that you're doing the whole process for them.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here to do for sure. Let me know if you have any questions. I can't wait to eat this candy later too. Okay. So Crunch Bar done. We have our Crunch Bar done down there. Next up is our Reese cup. For some reason, the word Reese cup keeps leaving me, and I don't know why. So to start off with this design, I'm going to take this and unflatten it actually and grab this and duplicate it, because I'll never be able to find that orange again, because I'm pretty sure I created it. Not created it, but I like chose it in the advanced settings, and I'll share with you how I did that as well. So this is the actual wrap size. So let me actually just super quick so I don't mess this up. I'm pretty sure it's 2 inches, and it is. So I'm going to make this height 2 inches instead of 6. There we go. So that is what we have to work with, just like these are. So for this darn Reese cup, like the actual, look, there's a Reese cup. Let me go in here. It says #1 Dad, you rock. And I'm like, okay, I really want to make like a Reese cup looking thing. Guys, I went through so many stages of designing. There was a lot of welding and slicing going on. I really, really, really overcomplicated it. So here's basically what I did. I got a square. I clicked images. Leave it to me. I got a square. I think I even got a rounded edge square, so let me grab one of those. I do like that they have that option now. So I got me a little rounded edge square. Oh my goodness, I really overcomplicated this. I think I got another rounded edge square. Listen to me. Honestly, sometimes I'm not even sure anymore. I bent it out a little bit. I know that. I went through a lot of phases of this. Becca's probably like, sweet Jesus, Rachel.
No, this is exactly how I would do it here. It's just so much easier in Illustrator.
Yeah, well, for sure.
But it's good to go through this process so they can see. I mean, at one point before I did Illustrator, this is exactly how I did things in Design Space.
Which to me sounds crazy. I mean, how far you've come. It's great. I'm going to take this, click duplicate, And here's a little trick whenever you are designing in Design Space. I want to make this the same on the other side, but to twist it that way is going to be super hard to get it the exact same angle. So I'm going to duplicate it and just flip it. That way it's flipped at the exact same angle, and all I have to do is kind of stick it where it's supposed to go. I'm going to take both of these, holding down Shift, that's how I do that, and I'm going to click Align and align these vertically. And they're pretty perfect because, you know, I'm perfect, which is, you know. Yeah.
I was just thinking that.
Good. I'm glad, Becca. I'll pull this down a little bit. Again, it's not going to be perfect, but again, it's going to be a print the cut. It's going to be small. You're not going to see a lot of this, so just don't come at me. Now I'm going to weld this together. Now I'm going to take another, I keep clicking images. Now I'm going to take a square. This is not a rounded square. And like cut this off here. I want to cut it off shorter. Now I'm going to take this and slice it. You can only slice 2 layers at a time. If you guys can think of a way to do this easier than how I'm doing it, please do it. I'm begging you. I'm going to move this. Don't need that. I'm going to contour this top out. Okay, now we've got our like base, our little base of our Reese cup. Now here's how I did this. Reese cups, if you look up here, they're not jagged, but they still have little points to them. So this is what I did. Again, this might not be the easiest thing to do. I got a triangle, made it a little bit smaller. I made an offset. I gave the triangle an offset so that it wasn't super jagged.
That's smart, yeah.
And clicked apply. And then I don't need that, and this is what I wanted. I wanted a triangle that wasn't super jagged. So now I'm going to size this down, and basically all I'm going to do at this point is duplicate these a bunch of times, just to sit on the top. Now again, make these smaller, be picky, you know, but the thing I'm training you on, you're going to get in your head. So that's good. I'm going to take this one, pop it here. Now, we're going to have a little tricky trick. I'm going to click Shift, click, 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 click. Make sure all those are selected. I'm going to go to Align, and I'm going to distribute these evenly. Did you see that? Distribute horizontally. That is what I clicked to make those kind of perfect. And now I'm also going to click, now you can align these to the top, align these to the bottom, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to align these to the top. It's just going to lock everything into place. Now, once I'm at this stage, I'm going to go ahead and weld all this together. Now, to make it look like a true Reese cup, you need to whack this off. So I'm going to go get another shape. Bear with me, guys. We're almost done.
I don't think they mind.
Okay, we're almost done. I'm going to put this at an angle, and you're going to chop this off here. Is this where I chopped it off? Where did I chop the other one off? Let me take a gander. Oh, every time I look at that, it looks worse to me. But, I mean, you know, that's fine. I just chopped it off there. So I'm going to take this, duplicate it again. Flip it so it's at the same exact angle. Bless my heart. Now again, you can only slice 2 layers at a time, so we're going to click this one, Shift, click this one, slice. And then once it slices for us, because Design Space is slow, we're going to keep that. And then put that right where it's supposed to go, just like that. Shift, slice it out. Just a lot of slicing. Now again, this was pretty much like a mini version. The one I made right here, you can see it's got a lot more of these little grooves. That's what you want, because a true Reese cup has a ton. So again, please get picky. This was a super basic one. Do not use this one. Do way more than this many points. Here's the one that I created. You can see it's got a lot more of those on there. But again, the training is there. The training is there. So we're done with that. Let me go out here. I'm just going to unflatten this again to get this one, because this one looks so much better. I'm going to duplicate this, bring that up there. Okay. Flatten that back. Okay, so we're going to bring our Reese cup up right there. Now for the fonts I used, I'm going to bring this in. The fonts were, this one was that say marker felt? That says marker felt. Okay.
I don't think I've ever heard of these fonts.
No, listen, here's exactly what I did. I'm up here. I'm looking. I went to text, went to my fonts, went to system, and literally while my eye was here, I was looking here, just kind of scrolling, looking at the font. I was not looking at the name at all. That's just how I did it. That's the way that I tried to match up those fonts. So this number 1 here is fantastic again. So we use that for our other one. So all caps, NO period 1. Make this super small. And then the U Rock is actually a different font too, because if you can see over here, these aren't the same font. Number 1 and then U Rock do not look like the same font. So I wanted to try and match those as best I could. So this one was there it is again, that Apple SD Gothic crazy font. There it is. So I just typed all capital, U Rock exclamation point. Now we have our little sentiments done. And I made these a pretty bright yellow. There's that one. Size it there. And I think I could take this and make it bold if I wanted to. So if you guys didn't see that, some of these fonts, not all of them, you can come here to style and click regular or bold. So there's regular. For some reason, it changes the color. So there's regular, and I went up here and clicked bold, and it just kind of thickens it up just a little, not a lot, just a little. So I like the look of that too. Just play with it. This is going to be this brown color. So let me find a pretty dark brown up there. I'm probably going to size that differently as well. Now, marker felt apparently is the font name of this one.
Marker felt, not felt marker?
Marker felt is the name of this one. So we're going to do a capital D and a lowercase AD. So that's kind of the base there. I'm going to use my letter spacing tool to bring these in pretty close together, because of course over here, I'm looking again, these are really close together here. Now I wanted to give it this look, and as you can see, there's an offset. There is an offset on this one. Too late. Sorry.
Can't go back.
You get what you get with me today. There's a clear offset on this one. I am not a graphic designer. Becky is. She would have noticed that way before I would have. So I wanted to make this little offset. So here's what I did. I changed this color to that yellow, and now I'm going to add an offset here. And I want to add a small one, and if you notice, sometimes like it's hard for your cursor to make it small. So I'm going to just go as small as I can and then adjust this. And I think I made mine, but what did I do? Go back. Sometimes I click things, guys. I think I made mine 0.030. Yes, so I did like the blue line is where you'll see the preview. I did like the teeniest, tiniest little offset. Now I'm going to click apply, click on that offset, make that like that brown color, and I'm going to go ahead and group those so they don't move on me. Now you just build it. So you can look over here and see how you like it. I wanted my Reese cup to be a little bit bigger, as you can see down here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I wanted it to be a little bit bigger, whereas this one is like smaller and
yeah,
the
I
dad
like it
is
bigger too.
I kind of like the look of it a little bit bigger. So that's what I mean. Like, use inspiration pictures as that inspiration, not like copy pictures. You don't have to copy exactly how it looks or anything like that. I am going to take both of these. I would like to group those together, because now the number 1 is going to sit not in the center, but all of this I want centered up if I can. So I'm going to take all of this, click align. Oh, excuse me, design space. Excuse me. I'm going to click align, and I'm going to click center horizontally, and that's going to kind of lock that into place. Now I'm going to move my little number 1 where I want it, just like that. So there we go. That's kind of how that one looks. Now for this size, I had this one at a height of 6 inches. So 6 inches was the height of the wrap that I needed. So I just made that 6 inches, went up here. We're at a height of, what was it, like 2.5? Now I'm going to go down here. What is this line? Is this an offset that was made? I don't know what that is. Okay. Group those together. Now I can take this, align it to the center, and flatten. Done. Since we already have one of those, these are all of them. Crap. Hang on. Flatten. There we go. These are all of them. Done. All of our wraps are ready to go. We have these kind of samples that we made earlier. This was their inspiration photo. A save as you go, and then here they are in all of their glory.
So cute.
They are within the size restrictions of Print and Cut, which is 6.75 by 9.25. We've measured them. I just hope that all of our technology now will cooperate with us, because that could be bad. I got to plug in. Got to plug in here to my machine. Have it set to the maker. Gonna click make it. It's gonna sort all the projects. Then we're gonna send all these to the printer and set our material setting, which we're using, again, 20 pound paper. So it's gonna be super thin paper. I'm gonna click continue. I'm gonna go ahead and send all of this to my printer. We're using our Canon Series 2. I'm gonna click Use System Dialog, just like Becca taught me. And now when you click out, you can see all of these settings here. We want it on the best setting. I want it to come out of the rear tray. I'm gonna click print, and now it's gonna print for us. At least I hope it prints. Oh, printer. Fingers, yes, printing, yay. Okay, now I'm just gonna print the other 2. Then we can cut them out. Then we can wrap our candy. Then we'll be done. Now I'm gonna unwrap this candy, because I didn't buy 2 of each candy bar. Why, I don't know. So now I'm just gonna rewrap them with the other ones. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Do you guys think you'll actually make these for Father's Day, or do you just like the training? Because we haven't mentioned it in this particular video, but you could actually use this technique for whatever holiday
for anything,
you want.
for a kid's
Mother's
birthday,
Day,
yeah.
Anything, yeah. You could absolutely make
wedding, graduation,
for anything.
yeah.
And they would be adorable. Adorable. I'm gonna set these to the side. And look at that. So it takes a while to print, and since this is 20-pound cardstock, it's very moist is the word I'll use. It's moist. It needs some time to dry. Just gonna send the others to the printer just like this, printing them with that highest quality setting. Now again, this is gonna use quite a bit of ink. The good thing is, I don't really use these colors of ink often, this dark brown or this specific blue. I don't know, you give and take. Becca, what's the matter?
Nothing.
What is it?
I just made some graphics while you were live.
She keeps staring at, is it the Cricut you keep staring at?
No, I'm looking at the bottom left so that I can preview to make sure that this looks as cute as I think it will. It's cute!
That's adorable. Right. Because Becca doesn't have enough to do over there.
Well, it's fine. It's a way that we can talk about the membership without being obnoxious about it too. So yeah.
Pop it.
Yeah.
Pop it. So cute.
On that note,
Look
use the
how
code
cute
FUN
that
for
is.
$10 off.
I couldn't see it good on that little monitor.
I
was
know,
like,
it's little. It's little.
Done with that one. We gotta let her dry. We gotta let her dry for a while. It's almost like ripply. The paper's a little ripply.
Because it's so thin.
Yeah, it's okay though. When you braid on the mat, it'll fix itself right up. It'll fix itself right up. Next is just no one said I misspelled anything, which I'm shocked about.
I don't think you did. I mean, I wasn't paying close attention. I was looking at comments though.
Okay. One more. Then we get to cut these.
Debbie says, I'm being bad watching and downloading laser cut files to play with X tool, waiting on new table to put on the porch to move the machine outside. Not going to lie, it's been a bit stinky. Yeah, those laser cutters, especially, have you done acrylic yet? Acrylic and MDF, I can't decide which is worse.
Does the Glowforge smell when it's cutting a project? Yeah,
it does, but ours is vented, so it's probably not quite as bad as yours.
Might make a few for my hubby. He loves candy. Yeah. And these are easy. Like, it's easy and it's cheap. You know what I'm saying? Save your project in Design Space. That way you can use this over and over. You don't have to refine the fonts or anything. Even if you change all of the verbiage, you still have the design and the fonts that you've chosen ready to go for this project. So please, please, please save your projects. Save it. Oh, that color is much better than that other color.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, again, I did some adjusting. From the same.
Well, it's hard. You can, honestly, change the colors to the exact hex codes up top. But if you don't know that, then just choosing one with the little thingy, like the little, that would be hard.
Well.
So I'm impressed you even got that close.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try my best with my limited knowledge. Okay. I'm going to stick our candy bars to the side. Guys, I was so intentional when I was at the gas station the other morning, trying to find these that weren't broken.
Yeah.
I wanted whole, and then look.
Oh, let me gripe really quickly. So I did a Walmart order, right?
Okay,
We're
yes.
going camping, and I threw some Hershey bars on there because the kids love s'mores. One pack of Hershey bars, which are like 6 full-size Hershey bars.
Yes.
They gave me a substitution. I'm like, okay, no problem. I look at it. It's 1 pack of fun size, which is 5
little bitty.
I was like,
that's not a substitution.
No.
Wait, why is that is not equal?
no, it's not. Not
They
even
should have given you at
close.
least 2. I'm mad about that.
I know.
I'm mad for Becca about that. Okay, you guys know the drill. Top left, I'm going to bray it down. Nothing super exciting. Be careful when you're braying this down because, again, guys, this is light cardstock. Please use a light grip mat, please. Also, me and Becca were chatting about this before the live stream. This would look, to me, exceptional on like a glossy paper. It would look really way more realistic than regular old copy paper. But what are you gonna do? So we're just gonna let these cut out. And this is calibrated really well. Plus, it's just a triangle. Also, if I'm being honest, if you didn't want to use your Cricut to cut these, you don't have to. Get a paper trimmer and trim them. It's a square.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trim them. You can do that. Let me go over and look at comments.
X-Tool is a laser cutter is what Christina asked. Yes, it is. I did comment. We have one that will be, they sent us one. It's still in the box. We'll be probably after the camp trip opening it up and starting to work with it and doing a unboxing video. And I'm actually really excited. I thought because it's not quite, like when you look at it, it doesn't look like it would quite be as easy as Glowforge, but Debbie reports that it was really easy to set up and it's very easy to adjust the height and all of that stuff. So I'm really excited now to try it for you all.
And Linda said, shall some of us bring regular Hershey bars? Linda, yes, but Becca's going on a camp trip before our camp trip.
Yes, I'm coming this weekend.
They're going tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're going camping. But on the regular camp trip, we're gonna have s'mores galore.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I love a good s'more. I love a good marshmallow. Okay, this is gonna start a debate. More food talk. We're just kind of,
the whole thing is about candy bars. So.
You know how to do this.
Yeah.
You know. Anyways, how do you like your marshmallows? I toast mine low and slow. I want mine like golden brown, but really, really, really mushy in the middle.
Exact same.
So I like hold it over the flame. There's a lot of twisting. I'll probably get carpal tunnel.
Takes a while.
Just from twisting. But let me tell you, it is 100% worth it. I don't want it burnt. I don't want it like chewy in the middle. I want it to melt in my mouth. Be a little bit hard on the outside, golden brown. Mine 4 at a time throw in my mouth. Oh, they're so good. How do you like yours? If you say burnt to a crisp really quick, like stuck in the base of the fire for 2 seconds, I don't think we can be friends, but I might.
That's how Mom eats them.
Ugh.
Yeah, like
that's
charred.
Not even good.
No.
That's not even palatable.
Fallon will say, well, come here. Is it that you like your popcorn burnt but not your marshmallows, or you like your marshmallows but not your popcorn? Which one is it?
My popcorn burnt, not marshmallow.
Not marshmallows.
Marshmallows,
Yeah.
yes.
Don't burn her marshmallows.
No, you can't burn my marshmallows either. If someone's like, Rachel, you want me to make you a s'more? I'll be like, thanks, but no thanks, because you don't make it as good as me. And then I make a s'more and people see how delectable it is. Then they're like, Rachel, will you make me a s'more? So then I can't enjoy my s'more because I'm working for other people. I'm just hustling for others. But that's okay, because I enjoy people enjoying the s'mores that take me 10 minutes to make.
What? We need to do eclairs at the camp trip. We have sticks for them. Wrap Grand's biscuits on the dowel, cook, then cool and fill with put. What? Why have I not heard of this? That sounds heavenly.
You know I'll eat anything.
Yeah.
You know I will. A blaze. No.
I cut off half the marshmallow because I don't like my s'more full of marshmallows. I'll put 2 on mine. I literally will put 2 on mine. You know those big flat ones that are made for s'mores?
Yes.
Oh, I love those.
Those
are amazing.
Teresa. Oh no.
So, Rach, the downfall with doing them the way that we do them is that they're so soft by the time you get it like heated and toasted perfectly, they like fall off the thing into the fire. Sometimes you have some casualties.
No. Well, sometimes you do, but especially if you do like 4 at a time, they start sagging.
Yeah.
Then I'm just like
burning your mouth on the
worth it. I'm like, these were labor of love, because they get so melted they start to sag on the stick, and you're like, no, don't do it. Oh man, I love good marshmallow. My Mama B, she used to make us this growing up a lot, and I still eat it now. It is in your oven at home. That's where your oven's at, Rachel. At home, you take a saltine cracker and you put a marshmallow, regular size marshmallow on it. Put your broiler on low and stick that in the oven, and it'll kind of melt in the middle and get a little golden brown. Smush it down. It's salty, sweet. It's very, very good. If you have any of that at home, try it, because it's delicious.
Yeah, I've never done that. It would be good also with some chocolate chips on the top, like that melted,
Yeah.
Have you ever had that candy that they make that's like you take saltine crackers and line a pan with
like
the aluminum foil?
Yeah.
And it's like this butter and sugar and thing
that basically turns into like caramel.
Yes,
or like
and then you cover it in chocolate. Oh, it's so good.
I've never had it, but I've heard of it.
I've made it.
Is it good?
Very good.
I'm all about the salty sweet combo.
Same. My favorite caramel apples are caramel apples with chocolate and pretzels on them. They're my favorite.
It's too much to me. That's too much for
me.
My
favorite.
My caramel apples, first of all, I have to have a Granny Smith.
Yeah.
If you give me like a Red Delicious or something like that,
they're not as crispy.
I'm going to be grossed out because I want the apple tartness to cut the sweetness of the caramel. But all I want is caramel. Just caramel on my apple. Simple.
But I love the salty with the...
But caramel, dipped in chocolate, rolled
Not dipped in chocolate, no. Dipped in caramel, rolled in pretzels with a chocolate drizzle. Not a lot.
I could get on board for that.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like dip.
No, that's too
roll.
much. I mean, I would eat it, but that's too much.
Yeah. like if someone brought one to me and be like, ew, no. I'd be like, give it to me. Give it to me. Okay. Guys, that's it. We're just going to roll these. We've got a Hershey bar. We have a Hershey bar, a Reese cup, and a broken crunch bar.
Cinnamon rolls over the fire too, Stacy says. I've never done that. That's so funny.
I'll put cinnamon rolls in a waffle maker.
Yeah, I mean, I would try it for sure. We have an oven in the camper, so I normally just do the kids' cinnamon rolls in there, but over the fire would be even more fun.
I'm going to start with the Hershey's bar. I thought long and hard about what I could do to make sure that this is nice and even. And then I figured out that there's really just no way to do that. So I'm just going to I just put this on here, kind of lay it how I like it, put a little crease in it so I know like the front. Then I put it down and add a little strip of the ATG right there. Then I push it back to that little place that I pushed down. Words are hard today. Now I'm going to add ATG right there, and you're wanting to pull it tight. So pull it tight, and place it down. Make it look a little prettier down here. Make it look a little cleaner, like that. And there's your little Hershey bar. It's a little off center. You guys get the gist. Could go over a hair. There it is. So stinking cute. So there's the Hershey bar. Next is the little crunch bar. I'm going to place this in the middle. If it wasn't broken, it'd be easier. I don't know when I broke it.
Are all your candy bars broken?
I don't know, but this one's going to be super hard to lay. It is going to be super hard to lay flat. I'm going to wing this one. That's going to be a bad idea. But it's broken. I don't know what else to do. Let me see. That's not a bad job. I'm going to leave it. Not a bad job. Add some ATG. Pull it tight, tight, tight. I did better winging it than I did trying. Then you make it look pretty. Make it look pretty on the edges. Pretty on the edges. Beautiful. Beautiful. Next is our Reese. And this one's the easiest to line up because it's got like a hard, that little, like the tray. I guess I call it a tray. There's like a little cardboard tray for the Reese cups. Some people make s'mores with Reese cups, Becca. What's your take on that? Is it too much?
It's a little.
Now you know
I'm a purist
I love
when it comes to
butter.
s'mores.
I love a peanut. I love peanut butter.
I love peanut
but
butter
I'm with Becca. I'm a bit of a purist. Why mess with it?
Once again, I would eat it. But
Becca, I think it would be easier making a list of things we wouldn't eat.
I agree. I don't know how that.
Because
I don't know what.
we eat everything. We do.
Yeah.
Okay. This is probably the time when you guys have the better ideas on how to do this properly than I do, because these little things are the things I overthink the worst.
Ooh, the thin Reese's, that would be better. That would be better, Kat.
Cute. This one I could have made shorter too. I could have made it a little short. But again, the actual design, by the way, if you didn't notice, was for a single Reese cup. And they didn't have packs of single Reese cups at the gas station. They just had like packs of 2, like this. So, yeah. There's a Snickers that we didn't do. But I think these are adorable.
They're very cute.
I think they're cute.
Very cute.
Now we can eat them. Now I want a s'more. Now I wish I was going camping so that I could eat a s'more. I mean, you can make s'mores at home, but, you know, is it really the same? If you're not a little bit sweaty and sticky and smell like a campfire, no, it's not the same.
It's a little sleep deprived.
A little sleep deprived, yes. That's how I was camping. We would always smell like a campfire. And then we had bunk beds growing up, you know, in the kids section of the camper. And I told Mom, I convinced Mom to let me, I'm the youngest, I convinced Mom to let me have the top bunk. And then in the middle of the night, in a dead sleep, I would keep falling out of the bunk 5 feet onto the ground, just boom, and then just shaking the whole camper. And Mom and Dad would be like, you cannot sleep on the top bunk. I'd be like, Mom, please. It was a whole thing. You just, you know, it's funny what sticks in your mind after you grow up thinking about your childhood. Oh my gosh. Well, this was super, super fun. I hope that you all did enjoy it. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions about Oak and Lamb. We would love to welcome you to our group and let you join the flock, become a flock member with us. Don't forget, Becca's been dropping the cute little graphic, but you can use that code FUN to get $10 off your very first month with us. This was a good live.
It was a good
It
live.
was a good live. I was a little nervous. But I think it's really, really cute.
Good stuff.
Teresa, you would definitely make these for your kids' birthdays. Yes. And here's the thing, too. You know how people say gift cards are kind of lazy gifts? First of all, I love gift cards as a gift. I love it. But we've made a couple of gift card holders. And then some people might think that like a little candy bouquet or something like that is a bit of a lazy gift. Not if you spend time personalizing it. Anything that you spend time personalizing turns into an automatic great gift. It's not lazy if you spend time wrapping it and designing that in Design Space and all that fun stuff. But I had a ton of fun designing these. I haven't designed something in Design Space in a while, even though, again, I'm not the designer here. I'm definitely not. Becca could do 10 times better in Illustrator. But I think for the limited resources, you can do this super easily.
Yeah, I agree.
You can do it. I hope that you all have a fantastic day. Let me see here. Yes, you can do imitation s'mores in the microwave, but no, it is not the same. You could, though. You definitely could. Okay. Any questions? Susan, how is Charlie doing? Oh, he's fantastic. He's growing more every single day. Every single day. Blowing my mind. I miss him so much when I leave. Even if it's for 1 hour. I still miss him so much. Have a wonderful weekend camping, Becca, Elisa says.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. I had fun making these. Let's see here. Not everyone has Illustrator. Kat, it's true. And see, Becca is 1,000% more talented than I am at making cut files. She literally does it for a living. Her cut files are exceptional. I think that you have to be wired to be able to do something like that. And I think she has a touch of ADHD. She knows she does. It makes her way more creative when she does make cut files because she'll make one, get inspired, make another one in the middle of that, get inspired, make another one in the middle of that. And then she has like 7 cut files that she's made just by bouncing off inspiration from one to another. I just love watching her process and seeing her process and what she comes up with. But not everyone has Illustrator. Not everyone has been trained in it, has the knowledge to do it. So things like this.
That's why you need the membership.
Things like this are great. Becca, good plug. Mm-hmm. That's why you need the membership too, to learn both ways. If you don't have Illustrator, they can look like this. Please don't make these, Becca, because then these will look like absolute garbage.
Stop.
She's gonna do it.
No, I'm not.
She's gonna do it. Okay, this is definitely on my list to make. Lindy, yay. Who are you gonna make them for? Let me know. Let me know. I guess the,
Are you going to save him for James for his first Father's Day?
Maybe I should do that.
You should.
I really wanted to eat them, but I think I might save them for James.
Well, no. You could just save the wrappers and put them on new candy bars.
Now we're thinking.
I know.
Now we're thinking.
Problem solving.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I end up with a lot of items on my page. Yes. Listen, I think all the most creative people do have ADHD. So, some type of run around, scatterbrain type of thing.
When are you all opening the design class? I'm first in line.
First in line.
It will likely be toward the end of summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Summer's very, very busy.
Yeah.
Around here. You need to save for James. Debbie, I will. I'll save all these for James. I went to, again, the gas station yesterday, and I got these candy bars. I got the kids some Push Pops. Is it Push Pops? Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Push Pops.
Yeah.
And I just, went up to the register and just, threw a bunch of candy down. I knew the dude was just is it your time of the month or something? But whatever. No judgment here. So I'm going to save these for James, give them to him. I think he'll like them. Now I'm just going to have to leave them here so he doesn't find them. Because James has a horrible habit of eating all of my candy that I bring home for me. Because he'll say it, quote, sat there too long. And I'm like, it's been a week.
If my leftovers are in my refrigerator for one day, Wayne's like, I didn't think you were going to eat them. I'm like, you didn't give me a chance.
Sorry that these Dove caramels have a shelf life longer than a week, but they can sit there a little while. He doesn't think so.
Burn it. It's like money burning hole in your pocket, but candy.
But
it's like
food.
the equivalent.
Food.
You did a great job, Rachel. I'm definitely like Rachel. My sister's like Becca, just joining memberships because I can't design. I love that. And honestly, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I'm in a pinch and need to create something really quickly and I don't have time to make a graphic. Sometimes graphics are so in-depth, they will take a couple of hours. So if I find one on Etsy, I'm like, you know what, $5 at this point is way cheaper than wasting 4 hours in this moment on creating it. So,
and I think Becca has an exceptional internal clock about that because she does design and create those. So she can look at one and say, that's going to take forever. Let me see if I can find one that's worth my time to purchase instead of make.
Now, more than 9 times out of 10, I'm going to create it myself because I will look at files and I'm always like, I would do this different or change this or whatever. And then at that point, I'm like, or I'll buy the file and it will be so messed up, I have to completely do it myself. So that's the thing, if you're buying files from people, make sure to read the reviews and stuff, because just because it's there doesn't mean it's a good file.
Yeah, because let me tell you, there's a lot of memberships out there that you purchase and you have no idea who made that cut file. Also, in the collections, like in our collections, Becca Oaks made every single cut file that you see on our website. Other places, the majority of other places, there are 10, 15, 100 different cut file designers which is good. It's good to have diversity.
It is
and all
good.
That good stuff.
It is good. We're eventually going to have some other designers as well.
Which, trust me, they will go through the rigorous process of Becca making sure they are tip-top notch. Yeah. But with all that diversity in different types of cut files comes potential issues that people aren't seeing or people aren't looking at.
Well, because to make a cut file, honestly, you just need to be able to be a graphic designer. And there are lots of graphic designers out there who can create a cut file, but they're not a Cricut crafter. So they don't know how the cut file works. They don't know to pull it into Design Space to see if the layers are correct, or if there's extra little pieces, or if something is so intricate it won't cut. And so that's the advantage of having cut files made by people who actually craft.
Yes, for sure, for sure. There's that added layer of them wanting to test and see if they work, for sure. This has been such a fun live. I hope you all have a great rest of your day and a wonderful weekend. Again, our neck of the woods is going to be rainy today, so we're just going to be chilling out indoors and having a grand old time. You guys enjoy your weekend,
yes,
though.
Yes,
Becca's going to go camping.
I am. I'm going to be camping.
Yes.
I'll be in the Facebook group, of course.
All the time, yes. Do enjoy our pre-recorded videos coming up tomorrow and Saturday. We have one on how to make a stencil with your host, Fallon Oaks.
Fallon Oaks, yeah.
She filmed that video. She hosted it, and it's incredible. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And then there's one on how to perfectly write inside a pre-made card with your Cricut.
Did you use the Cricut mat or just the regular mat?
Regular mat.
Yeah? Okay.
Regular mat.
I love that because not everybody has the Cricut mat.
Exactly. Not everyone has it. Yeah. So, and then if you guys like it and you want to see one on the card mat, we'll make one with the card mat.
We'll see if you guys want that. And then next week we are going to be having lives Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. They're not on the YouTube schedule yet, but
they will be by end of day today.
Yes, we'll get those. Yeah. We've got a cute lineup for next week. It's going to be some fun projects.
They're going to be fun. Yeah. Yes. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Stay safe, have fun, and we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.